Hello, dear students. Welcome to another audio session with me, CA Preeti Agarwal. In my previous audio sessions, I had discussed the types of contracts with you. Now, let us discuss the remaining contracts. So, in this session, we are going to study executed contract, unilateral contract, executory contract, and e contracts. Okay, so let's get started. The first type of contract that we are going to discuss is executed contract. In case you have missed the earlier videos, they are available on my Telegram channel. Now, executed contract is a contract where both the parties have already performed their obligation. So these are executed contract when nothing remains to be done. Both the parties have fulfilled their obligation. So X sold notebooks to Y and Y made payment, nothing remains to be done. These are executed contract. What are unilateral contract? Uni means one, so these are one-sided contracts in which after formation only one party has to perform his obligation. The other party has already performed his obligation earlier. Now let us discuss examples. X participated in a pasta eating contest, and the organizers, they declared a reward of $1,000 to whoever won the contest. Now X won the contest, he ate the pasta, and in after winning the contest, a contract is now created with X, wherein X will get $1,000. Now in this contract, the contest organizers, X has already performed his obligation, only the contest organizers have to still perform their obligation. It's a unilateral contract. See, when they announced the reward, that time there was no contract because there was no winner. But as soon as X won the contest, yes, now a contract is created between X and the contest organizers. In this contract, only contest organizers have to fulfill their obligation. X has already performed his obligation in the past. So this kind of contract is known as a unilateral contract. So unilateral is a one-sided contract in which only one party has to perform his obligation. The other party has already performed his obligation in the past. This is a type of executed contract. A declares a reward of 10,000 rupees to whoever found his missing daughter. Now, when he made this announcement, there was no one who had found his daughter, so there was no person with whom he could contract. But then B found the missing daughter, and therefore a contract is created between A and B, wherein B has already performed his obligation. Only A has to perform his obligation. Since only one party has to perform his promise, it is known as a unilateral contract. Then we have executory contract. Executory means something remains to be done when both the parties have to still perform their obligation. It's an executory contract. What is the difference between executed and executory contract? See, in case of executed contracts, both the parties have fulfilled their obligation, whereas in case of executory contract, both the parties have to still perform their obligation. So X promises to give tuitions to Y and Y promises to pay 5,000 rupees. Now in this contract, both the parties have to still perform their obligation. It is an executory contract. A promises to sell a car to B. B says, I will pay on 10th of next month. In this case, ownership will be transferred on the 10th of next month. So A will transfer ownership when the payment is made. B will make the payment. Both have to still perform their obligation. It's an executory contract. In case of e-contract, see, E means it's an electronic contract. Now it may be through electronic mediums or email. It is also known as cyber contracts, mouse click contracts. Now let's say, for example, you have downloaded a software. When you download a software, you have to check I agree. Yes, you have to tick on that I agree. I agree means you are entering into a contract that yes, I agree with the terms and I am agreeing with the terms and conditions of the software. Now in this case, that is known as a cyber click contract. Okay, now electronic EDIs or electronic data interchange, they are also e-contracts. Here the contracts are entered by using no or very less paper trail. Now let's say that you want to purchase this book, so you visit my website capreetiagarwal.com, you place an order for this book. Okay, now you have placed an order electronically, you get a confirmation email, you get the invoice also through email, so there is no paper trail. Now in my system, I have put a quantity that every day I sell 50 books. So as soon as the limit reaches 100, the order will be immediately triggered to the printer that please print and send the books, because now I have only 100 books in my stock. So that order will go to him, he will print the books and bring, and he will send the invoice by email. So did you notice that there is absolutely no paper trail, or there may be very less paper trail? He may give me an invoice physically. These kind of contracts are also known as e contracts. Okay, so here there is absolutely no or very less paperwork. So students, with this we come to an end of the first chapter, that is the preliminary chapter, or the nature of contract, where I have discussed only the essential elements and the type of contracts with you. Now let us also understand the format in which you are supposed to write the answer. See, you will divide the answer into 4 parts. In the first part you will write provisions, wherein you will mention only the theory. In the second part you will write facts of the case. You will explain the facts in your own words, followed by analysis and conclusion. So analysis will include your solution, and conclusion will be how you will conclude the answer in 1 or 2 sentences. I have uploaded many videos on YouTube guiding you on how to write the answers. I will also share that on the Telegram channel, so you can go through that video. It will give you an idea on the answer writing format. If you wish to go through all the exam questions, study material, RTP questions, then you can refer my compiler. Compiler is also available as a combo offer with Law Revision podcast. In the podcast lectures, we will study all the section numbers in a story format. I will make you memorize all the section numbers, head points, all the keywords, important provisions. So a combo of compiler and the podcast is also available on my website. Currently the podcast is in Hindi English mix, but very soon we will also be launching a podcast revision lecture in 100% English. So do visit my website capreetyagarwal.com for books, lectures and test series. In my next video, I will start the second part of Unit 1, that is offer and acceptance. So we will discuss all the provisions relating to offer and acceptance. So I'll see you in my next audio session.